Sorry about that. Ran out of 15 minutes. So we were solving the negative 4x plus 5 equals 25. We subtracted 5 from both sides. So we had negative 4x equals 20. Now we need to take and divide by negative 4. So x equals negative 5. So for B, is negative 4x plus 5 greater than or equal to 25 true when x is 0? What about when it's 7? What about negative 7? So if we take and plug 0 into this, we have negative 4 times 0. That's just 0. Plus 5 is greater than or equal to 25. Is that true? No. What about if we do it with 7? Negative 4 times 7 is negative 28. Negative 28 plus 5 is going to be negative 23. Is that true? Is it greater than 25? No. What about when it's negative 7? So negative 4 times negative 7 is going to give us a negative 28 plus 5 is going to give us 33. So is that true? Is 33 greater than or equal to 25? Yes, it is. So graph the solutions to negative 4x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 25 on the number line. So if we solve this, remember up here, we solved it's at negative 5. So we've got 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. It can be negative 5, so it's a closed circle. And then everything less than it, since 7 and 0 both didn't work, but negative 7 did. So it's everything to the left, going less than. All right, number 2, let's investigate 4/3 x plus 3 is less than 23/3. So we need to take and solve. So we're going to start by subtracting 3. So we have 4/3 x equals 23 thirds minus 3, which is 14 thirds. Oops. I did not just right. 14 thirds. Now we divide by 4/3, divide by 4/3. So x equals 14 thirds divided by 4/3 is 3 1/2. So is 4/3 x plus 3 less than 23/3 when x is 0? So if we plug in a 0 for there, 0 plus 3, because 4/3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 3, is that less than, 0 plus 3 is 3, so is that less than 23/3? Yes, it is. So we want to graph this solution on the number line. So we've got 3 and 4. So we're going to have our half. It's going to be an open circle. I'm not sure what I was just trying to do there. Open circle at 3 1/2. And it's going to be everything less than 3 1/2. Less than 3 1/2. All right, we want to solve this inequality and graph the solutions on the number line. So I'm going to start by distributing the 3 inside the parentheses. So we have 3x plus 12 is greater than 17.4. We subtract the 12. We end up with 3x is greater than 17.4 minus 12 is 5.4. We divide that by 3. Divided by 3. So x is greater than, now because we aren't dividing by a negative 3, it is going to keep the inequality the same, and we end up with 1.8. So we come to our graph. We've got 1 here, 2 here. Because there's no equal to symbol, it's going to be an open circle, and it's going to go to the right. So when it's a closed circle is when it's equal to. When it's an open circle is when it's just the greater than or less than. If it's got the equal to with it, then it's closed. If it doesn't, then it's open. All right, and the last one that we're looking at here, we want to we want to solve the inequality -3 times the quantity x minus 4/3 is less than or equal to 6 and graph on the number line. So I'm going to start by dividing by -3. So we end up with x minus 4/3. Remember, we're dividing by a negative, so we flip the sign, is greater than or equal to -2. 6 divided by 3 is -2. Now we're going to take and add 4/3. Add 4/3. So we have -2 plus 4/3, which is going to give us a -2/3. So x is greater than or equal to -2/3. So we've got our -1, we have 0. Now, it has the equal to symbol, so that means it's going to be a closed dot. And it's going to be going to the right because it's greater than or equal to. So when your inequalities have the x on the left-hand side, and then you have your inequality, and then you have your solution, the direction of your arrow when drawing the number line is going to be the same direction as your inequality symbol. So this is pointing to the right. The arrow is pointing to the right. This one, the inequality is pointing to the right. The arrow is pointing to the right. On this one, our inequality symbol is going to the left, so is our arrow. So it's always going to be the case. All right, your keyword for this lesson is number line. Number line. That's your keyword for this lesson. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a great day. Bye, guys.